Hey guys, King of Charmanders here, and now I am covering possibly the most overpowered Great League. Actually, it's probably the most overpowered Great League mon in Generation 6 called Aegislash. So, Aegislash is actually like, it's really cool. It's a mon in Gen 6 that you can actually get like pretty early in the game in the main series, and once it comes out in Pokemon Go, it's pretty much a must-have. Once it comes out, if there's no changes to its moveset whatsoever, then this is essentially G-Fisk, the second coming of G-Fisk, in the form of a blade, and it's just super OP. So this is Aegislash's stats. So the reason why Aegislash is so forsakenly broken is, you know how Steel has dominated the meta forever. For example, Registeel, Season 1 of Go Battle League. Registeel, Season 2 of GBL. Galarian Stunfisk, Season 3, G-Fisk, Season 4, G-Fisk. Metagross, Melmetal, Dialga. Steel has ran rampant in the Pokemon Go meta for so long. That's no difference with Generation 6 and Aegislash. So Aegislash, as you see here, its stats are ridiculous for Great League. It's an extreme, it's like Deoxys D and Registeel had a baby, and they decided to go to the dark side, and here you go, you get Aegislash. So Aegislash has a ridiculously high defense, and it's what makes it so godforsakingly broken is, you're gonna see in the analysis shortly, is its moveset. Not only that, look at its resistances. This thing tanks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12 resistances in the game. You resist fighters, you resist fairy, you resist dragon, psychic, you double resist normal, poison, and bug. There's really like little that stops Aegislash. And even though Aegislash is weak to Dark, Fire, Ghost, and Ground, Dark being like Umbreon, of course you have like Mandibuzz, Fire you have Charizard, etc. Ghost, you have Haunters and Ground types, like you have G-Fisk, of course. Even though those are running around, it's not double weak to anything. So it doesn't carry double weaknesses to anything in the meta. And like I said, 12 resistances, you're weak to 4 types, and you're strong against 12. So if this thing does come out, I do foresee teams that are literally, like, there's going to be teams that literally just to, like, stop Aegislash from running rampant. So Aegislash, that's why Aegislash is so good. It has a broken stat pool because defense and stamina are rated so high. It maxes out at near 1500. It has an enormously high defense, and its resistances are just off the charts. It's absolutely ridiculous just how powerful this thing is. You're not weak to pseudo fighters. Pseudo fighters do neutral damage to you, and it's just actually, no, you resist fighters because Ghost double resist fighting. So, like, if you can get rid of Aegislash's weaknesses, this thing can run rapid and just destroy everything. So the thing about Aegislash, its moveset is so godforsakingly broken. As you see, it has Psycho Cut and Shadow Ball. Okay, Psycho Cut, Shadow Ball, Gyro Ball, and Night Slash, Flash Cannon. It's just a monster. Like, Psycho Cut and Night Slash alone, you'll see more. We'll take a look at it down more, but if you look at it, it's just super broken. Psycho Cut generates energy extremely quickly. It's the Mudshot version of Night Slash. It's the Mudshot version of Psychic. So it generates 9 energy for a 2-turn move. It's insanely fast. Night Slash isn't hard to get to. You get to Night Slash quickly. You'll get to your charge moves quickly. Night Slash can give you a boost. That's just how broke Aegislash is. Like, it's ridiculous just how powerful this thing is. And maxing out at near level 40, so you're going to get it at near either level 37 or 38. That's not even counting level 50 possibilities. So Aegislash is just amazing. Its stats are ridiculous because it's so tanky. Its resistances are ridiculous. And its moveset is ridiculous. This equals just madness. Alright, so here's... Aegislash is actually in the pvpoke.com database. Kakuna Matata, if you want to download, to donate, please donate to PvPoke. He actually put all the data into the Game Master already, so you can actually take a look just how Gen 6, with its current movesets and stats, will affect the meta if it were to release right now. Obviously, these aren't released yet. Everything is subject to change. However, it's always interesting to see things, because here's the thing. When people are like, oh... like, don't hype up a moveset yet. Nobody hyped up, like, well, nobody said that about G-Fisk. When G-Fisk came out, it destroyed everything. Registeel 2.0. It was never nerfed. People are saying that about Sky Attack Mandibuzz and about Icy Wind, like, I think, like, what, Icy Wind Kyurem? Even if those two did get those moves, they wouldn't oppress the meta as much as they would right now. It's not like Aegislash, or a G-Fisk, or an Azu. Nothing at all. So assuming that everything stays the same, which from previous encounters, Azu has never been nerfed, so hasn't G-Fisk. So, here's Aegislash. If you ran it in the sim right now, I'm just going to run the one shield because, like I said, it's not released yet. This is just to take a look at how destructive would it be if it did it now. Behold. You would beat the... and you would... it's nuts. This is Aegislash. Aegislash beats... one, let's just, like, look, these ratings are nuts. Being able to beat, like, across the board, I have never seen this before, not even from G-Fisk. G-Fisk has never been, not even G-Fisk. You beat everything with a plus 500 rating, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's Altaria, there's Azu, where's Registeel? Oh, by the way, you beat Registeel too. You beat the entirety of Season 1 BBML with Aegislash. Yeah, this thing is really broken. Deoxys D still has nothing on you. Like, here, like, Deoxys D even has nothing. Because of that double resistance that Ghost gives you against fighting, that's what, and, like, it's like, Deoxys, like, it's so this thing, if released, would be an absolute nightmare. As you see, you lose all scenarios. All shield scenarios. Because it's so, like, yeah, you lose all shield scenarios. There's no coming back. Aegislash, if it was released right now, would be #1 in so many categories. In fact, I think it would be the #1 Pokemon in the meta. As you see, you beat almost every... you beat Hypno, you beat Haunters. Even Ghost Pokemon got nothing on you, because the thing is, like, you have Psycho Cut. So because you have Psycho Cut, you chunk at Haunter. Look at this. Shadow Punch only does 35 damage. That's how tanky this Pokemon is. It's just ridiculous how strong Aegis... and you live with 34 HP still. That's a lot of HP. Now, you'll still lose against Dark types, like Manda, for example. You do get walled by Dark types, even with Fury Cutter, as you see here. However, Dark types... what is it? Munchlax also takes you out because you're... Munchlax also takes you down, as you see here. So there are some checks against Aegislash. Basically, whatever you're weak to, you have to avoid it. But being so overly dominant against the majority of the meta, you're still going to give a lot of problems. As you see here, it takes a lot of licks before you can actually beat down Aegislash. So you do get hardwalled against some matchups. Obstagoon also gives you a problem too, because Obstagoon resists you. So here's Obstagoon. As you see here, it's just a Night Slash Fest, and Obstagoon comes out on top. There's no way out. Even if you did have, like, Fury Cutter. Now, Fury Cutter would make it a closer matchup, as you see here, but there's no really, like, convincingly wins against... it gives you an out, so Aegislash with Fury Cutter actually is still good, because as you see all that energy it gives you, bam, you still would win the 2 shields. So it even has checks against its weaknesses. You don't have to run Night Slash Shadow Ball too. Yes, that's a great moveset, but you can run things like Gyro Ball, and, like, that can flip the entire... for example, you run Gyro Ball with Psycho Cutter or Flash Cannon, and you run that simulator. So this is assuming you don't run Shadow Ball, you win matchups. See? You don't even need Shadow Ball for the most part. You can, if you can run a Flash Cannon variation, as you see here, bait both shields, or if a Flash Cannon goes through, it's gonna suck. And you beat Obstagoon. So there are ways out against its weaknesses. There, if you use a Fury, if you use Fury Cutter, Night/Slash Flash Cannon, look how strong it is. So it's just nightmarish at how good Aegislash is. If we put Aegislash in here, so I'm gonna put Aegislash with, let's do Flash Cannon, just because Flash Cannon has less energy than Gyro Ball. You run the simulator. Look what you cover and what you don't cover. So you'll lose against Drifloon just because you don't have Shadow Ball, but look at this. You make matchups way closer. You actually have a chance against things like Obstagoon and Umbreon, and you like tighten up the matchup with Umbreon. It's not completely indestructible. As you see, it's extremely broke, but it's not completely indestructible. You can still take it out. Like, Sableye takes it out pretty good. Scrafty on the other hand as well. You can mitigate this by running like Fury Cutter or Flash Cannon, etc. And you just take out so many Pokemon. It's ridiculous. You can even take out Swampert as long as you have Night/Slash, as long as you have Fury Cutter. It's just a nightmare just how many matchups or how good this Pokemon is. Now, like I said, you do lose against Stunfisk. So here's Stunfisk right here. Stunfisk does take your soul. So does Umbreon. Basically, Mudboys are not your best friend as usual. And Dark types. However, you do have answers against some matchups, and like I said, if you could take out everything, there's not a lot of things that can take out Aegislash. That's the one shield. Imagine this is the zeros. So if this is the zeros, look how positive your matchups are still. You still have a lot of positive matchups against the majority of the meta. If you're up shields, this is what happens. Look how good. Look how good that line is being up a shield. And you're up against two shields. This is assuming that you save all your shields. You beat almost the entire meta, convincingly, except things that resist you. And it's ridiculous just how powerful this thing is. So Aegislash is looking to be an extremely broken and powerful Pokemon once it comes out. It's just nuts just how powerful it is. Yeah, unless things change, the meta is going to either, you'll have Pokemon that will have to beat an Aegislash if you want to win. Now, as you see here, Aegislash, here's from the Pokeminers. This is the data they drawed from their data mine. As you see here, it's going to take you 125 candies total to get to Aegislash, which is the usual requirement for like normal stage 2 Pokemon, normally 100 candies, unless you have those really ridiculous requirements like 400 candies for some Pokemon. But as you see, it's still a ton of candy, and since you're gonna have to power up Aegislash to level 40, well, close to level 40, it's still gonna be quite expensive. So Aegislash is just a monster just an absolute monster. Now, of course, it hasn't been released yet. However, like I said, G-Fisk and Stunfisk were absolute monoliths and really did change their respective metas. And Azu's still Azu, despite the fact that we've been almost having a year of Go Battle League. Azu is still out there. Azu has not been nerfed. Azu has not been replaced, and it's still a monster. So if Aegislash does come out like G-Fisk, like Azu, like Stunfisk, it's going to be it's going to be an absolute monster. You're going to have something that takes down an Aegislash. Otherwise, it's just going to be so strong in the meta. Now, of course, what makes it really interesting is that Doublade also has use, because as you see here, Doublade also shares Psycho Cut and Fury Cutter. It shares a very similar moveset with the exception of Flash Cannon with Aegislash. So Doublade is also a very good option as well. If we go into Doublade's Doublade stats, Doublade is a very, as you see, Aegislash, Doublade can also have some use, but for the most part, it's going to be an insanely powerful mon, so just look out for it. It's going to be very, 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 very powerful once it actually releases. Like I said, lots of resources, lots of candy. Both its first and Aegislash itself, Doublade, both of them can have use in respective metas, and they're just so powerful. I wouldn't be surprised if there are no changes to their stats or moves once they get released, that you're going to see everyone just go wild into trying to get them. So just look out for them once they say Aegislash is out, or Honage will hatch from eggs, or whatever's going to happen, you want to go after them. So if I had to give Aegislash a rating, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 without even breathing. Now, I said I wouldn't give a 10 out of 10 to a mon that can get completely walled. Here's the thing. Aegislash, there is outs with Aegislash. By having, like, here... Okay, so this is an Aegislash that's actually level 50. As you see here, an Aegislash that's level 50 caps out at these stats. And if we give it Fury Cutter, like, here's Psycho Cut, this is what you have if you use it. This is just the 2 shield. 91%. You destroy 91% of the current meta. That's obscene. Only losing to things that wall you. Dark types, etc. So, and some of these matchups aren't even convincing losses. You only losing to only 49 of the meta is just nuts. Not only that, give it another move. Give it a Flash Cannon. And give it Flash Cannon, give it another move, give it Fury Cutter. Give it Fury Cutter, give it Flash Cannon, and give it Shadow Ball. Or if you do this moveset, watch how much. Things don't flip that much. 92%. It gets even better if you give it Fury Cutter. It's just nuts how powerful this thing... This is at level 50. At level 40, here's the drop. Let's give this regular moveset in the 2 shield. Bang. 91% still. And that's at level 40. Alright, that's level 50. So maximize... Okay, here we go. At level 40, never mind. So go back to bang the 2 shield. 90%. It still wins 90% of its matchups. At level 40. So you don't even need a level 51. Because of that, I have to give it this rating. It's just so powerful. There's nothing... If something literally shapes a meta, then I have to give it a 10. There's just no... Like, even though you do have things that wall it, it's not, like... It's going... If Aegislash releases, you'll like more G-Fisk, more Dark types for sure to counter it. And if Aegislash stays the way it is, counters and pseudo counters will be scared away from this meta, unless it's scrappy. But it's so powerful. When it first comes out, you definitely should go after it. The only cons about this mon is it can get walled by some Pokemon, but that's pretty much it. But yeah, it's so dominant that it's going to reshape the meta if it stays the way it is. But we'll see what happens in the future. Like I said, things like Azu and G-Fisk were never ever nerfed or shifted their stats, etc. So they do the same for Aegislash. Guess what? This thing is going to run rampant in Go Battle League. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you liked it, please like and subscribe. I will be doing more Generation 6 analysis from the data, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And I will see you on the next video.